Good afternoon, everyone. When I embark on my 1 in 70-second silliness for the 1 in 70-second What If Malagasy Air Force, I like to have a plausible tech tree behind the projects. And this is, of course, an aircraft which has sat in the loft for many, many years. This is a Revell, a reboxing of the excellent HASEGAWA Draken, the J-35J, one of the nicest aircraft in the world in my opinion. So how did Malagasy Air Force end up with these, and why is it painted in Vietnamese People's Air Force markings? Well, first of all, it's an Aggressor aircraft, hence the markings, and the plausibility and the tech tree that led to this was in the early 1960s, the Malagasy state hit oil and large natural resources. So as any government would do in the early 60s, they went shopping for jet aircraft. They went to Sweden and said, can we test your Drakens? To Britain, can we test your English Electric Lightnings? And of course America said, you must test the F-104 Starfighter. Now the Starfighter really wasn't that great as an aircraft. Fast, manoeuvrable, boom and zoom, but couldn't turn. The Lightning was very good, but the winner of the competition was of course the Draken, both on lower operating costs, and it's also a superb aircraft. So that's how they got the Draken. It won the competition. Unfortunately at that time Sweden was very anti-war. A left-wing government in Sweden prohibited the use of its aircraft in conflicts. So strict conditions were applied to the Drakens, which when the Malagasy state got involved in the Vietnam War meant that they had to be used for home defence only. Fast forward a few years into the late 1960s, the war in Vietnam's heated up. The Malagasy Air Force has had to buy English Electric Lightnings, which they're using, and is facing a very competent Vietnamese Air Force. So that's where the Aggressor training squadron starts, and the Drakens, some of the Drakens were converted to Aggressors, and here we have one in the Aggressor scheme, which modernised in the 80s to a J model, but it still retains its old scheme. As you can see underneath, it's got the air combat manoeuvring sensor pod and a training round there, an acquisition round, tail chaser, sidewinder of course. It's got the J model's infrared search and track, which is an excellent piece of equipment, and it's still got its two gun ports. This is the Revell boxing of the HASEGAWA kit, an absolutely fantastic model, absolutely love it. I don't know why I haven't built this. I guess I didn't really have a plan for it. So the Drakens were used as aggressors for many years, from the late 1960s. They were upgraded in the 80s. They were also used by the Air Force Reserves, and I'll be doing an Air Force Reserve one soon, but that is why it is in the Aggressor scheme. Still flies every now and then a very good replica for the MiG-21, a very hard to beat aircraft. So the Malagasy pilots developed a lot of proficiency with their Lightnings and their Javelins and then the Phantoms, and they took that to air combat in Vietnam, where they achieved a very good success rate. Obviously total what if. Now I built this model, absolutely love it. I don't know why I didn't build it earlier. It is a superbly fitting model. Tiny bit of putty in a few places, but other than that, just absolutely beautiful. Now the painters did get it a bit wrong. They've put 01 on one side and they've put 10 on the other side. They clearly didn't know what they were doing. It doesn't really matter, it's an Aggressor aircraft. I absolutely love this kit. I hope you like the model. This is a mix of hand and airbrush painting to give it a kind of sort of Vietnamese People's Air Force vibe. Like I said, this could really replicate the MiG-21 very well, probably even better than the MiG-21. Got two fuel tanks for range, and I just love building this. I think it's superb. I've got another one to do. I can't rate this kit more highly. The Draken is a beautiful aircraft, and this is a beautiful kit. And the bunnies have come out because it's sunshine. Nom 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 nom.